you want to tell them or should I tell them?
I'm not telling them. You can tell them.
So,
tell them.
What's up, you guys? So we are back with another video. As you guys can see by the title, it's a lot that we're going through as a couple. And we obviously wanted to share with you guys just so you guys know what's going on, because Rocky and Jay, our channel is still going to be here, but there's definitely some things we want to talk to you all about, and it just makes it a lot easier if we're all on the same page, if that makes sense. So, as you guys saw in yesterday's video, I did a prank on her saying, I want a baby now. Now, for those of you that watched it, later in the video, it kind of went a little left, and I took it personal because her response just was like unexpected. And we'll talk, both sides, get a chance to like kind of go over. But really, man, after that video yesterday, we had some conversations just about like what our relationship looks like going forward. And that conversation, though, like we needed it, I would say, it wasn't ideal, right? It wasn't something that it wasn't something that was good, but we needed to have that conversation. And now we kind of both have a better understanding of where we both stand and, what both of our thoughts are on some of these things. So we really just wanted to share that with you guys. That way you're not confused by our dynamic going forward. So I guess you can start. Obviously, if like they kind of get my point a little more because I kind of did the prank yesterday or whatever, but on your end, I guess, like, kind of fill them in on, what you had to say and, what your thoughts are about some of that stuff.
So, you guys already know, like, Jason has been fiending for kids. I feel like before we were even together, I feel like he low-key has been fiending for kids since he was in high school. I don't know. But your girl is not that eager to have kids. Like, I want to have kids one day, and I'm gonna have kids one day, but it's gonna be when I want to have kids. Like, it's not gonna be rushed. I'm not gonna half-ass it. Not that people half-ass having kids, but I'm not gonna rush it. Like, I'm not gonna pop a kid just to pop a kid if all of my other ducks aren't in order. And, I feel like that's where Jason and I kind of, like, disagree, where, like, he thinks he's ready to have a kid now, but I could point 10 different things out why I'm not ready to have a kid. If he feels like he's ready, that's fine, but me personally,
Who's never ready, though?
I just feel like you're interrupting me, but I feel like you can be somewhat ready. You can be in better situations. Like, there's a bunch of teenage moms who could have been in better situations before having kids. All I'm saying is that me personally, I'm not ready to have a kid right now. I don't want to have a kid right now in my 20s. Like, I just don't, and I really do want to, like, be married before I have a kid. Now, I told Jason that I wouldn't marry him without a wedding, but, like, that's where the whole thing went left. But really, like, what I'm trying to say is that I'm not having a kid until I have a wedding. Like, I'm not gonna have a wedding pregnant. I'm not gonna have a wedding and have my kids in it. I'm not gonna have a wedding and have my babies carried in the arm. That's not like what I wanna do. That's not what I'm gonna do. So it's like, but that's like where he kind of like disagrees, and he's like wanting to have a kid. He pretty much just thinks that, like, as long as you get married, sign papers, I'm ready to pop a kid. And my thing is, like, yeah, okay, if I pop the kid now without the wedding, that means I want to have a wedding. I'm going to either be pregnant or I'm going to have kids in my wedding. I don't want either of the two. So it's like we completely disagree when it comes to that. So, things just went left yesterday. Like, it's just a topic that kind of like annoys me, to be honest, because I feel like I've been very repetitive with this conversation, and I feel like I just keep like stating that piece and like stating my thoughts when it comes to like marriage and kids all the time. And I feel like he still is just like so eager to have a kid that I just like literally told him, like, bro, if you want to get a kid, just go get you a kid. Like, go do what you got to do. At the end of the day, like, if that's what's going to bring you happiness, then go do that. Like, I'm not going to stop anybody. So I just, like things just went left, and like he really wants a kid. I mean, I want a kid, but I don't want a kid right now. So, I mean, like things just, yeah.
Can I speak my piece?
I mean, go ahead.
So pretty much, man, like the thing for me yesterday, well, you guys are getting this video a day late, but yesterday for us, we we did the whole thing, right? We had the whole conversation towards the end of that video, just where me like saying like you wouldn't marry me without a wedding, because that is where all of the spiral from. So for me, I felt that was like just different. I'm not gonna get too deep about like my opinions about how you came off and stuff like that, but I don't think that's cool. So really, man, like she's right. I'm not gonna sit and deny like a lot of stuff. Like I want to have a kid. Now, do I want to have a kid today? No. Like
you would take a kid today if I was.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't turn it down. No, but am I like? You can't sit and say that I'm pressing you for a kid. I don't tell you every day like let's have a kid, let's have a kid. I've accepted that you want to get married first, and I've agreed to that. It is what it is. So my whole thing is that yesterday, it pretty much just came out as the truth where like, even if I married you, now it's like you gotta have a wedding and all of these things.
I mean, yeah, because so, why would I have a kid?
I didn't cut you off.
Yes, you did. You interrupted me.
Yeah, but I didn't go off on a tangent.
But like, why would I have a kid or be pregnant while I'm in my wedding?
So my point is, my point is like, earlier in our relationship, I never knew that there was a wedding requirement before you. I thought there was a marriage.
We've always talked about weddings, and we've always said how we're gonna have to pay for it because our parents aren't paying for it.
This is my point. You're not even listening to me. What I'm saying is, you said it would take married to have children. I agreed to that. Now it's wedding to have children. So we would get engaged, wait however long until we could afford this big, luxurious wedding that you want, and then we'll have a kid at that point. For me, had I known that in the beginning, I probably would have never signed up for what we got going on. Because I just don't think that I want to have, like, you're 27, I'm 26, right? If we get engaged within the next year or 2 years, right? That'll be, let's say, 2 years we're engaged. Mm-hmm. Wedding, the size and style of wedding that you have in your mind.
Well, no, the size.
It'll take a couple years to
I've
plan.
actually already established
so even that, I'm
the size. I don't need
my point is, either way, that'll take a couple years to prepare and make it the right way.
Not if we start preparing now.
Why would we start preparing and we're not even engaged yet?
Well, so maybe because you haven't.
My point is, like now we're in our 30s and we're just now having kids. Like, not that nothing's wrong with that, but personally, that's not what I want. In the same way, you don't want to have kids, like, without a wedding, which is crazy. Like,
how is that crazy? But that's like that's traditional.
But like, what I'm saying, but I'm sure with a lot of people, it's not a requirement. Like, oh, I need a wedding before I have kids. It's more so it just happens that way. It's not like a thing where it's like, oh, I need a wedding, not just married, not just all of these things. I need a wedding before I can have children. So. Really, you guys, like, I'm not going to go into this too much. The main reason, right, why we brought you all here is just because we're going to take some time apart to figure things out. And we wanted you guys to know exactly what was going on. That way, there's no confusion. Because, like I said, we will still be posting. It might be, a little bit of a different dynamic. Some videos will just be her. Some will just be me. I'm going to take a step away from the house, obviously let her stay here, and, I'm going to figure some things out while she's figuring her stuff out. And if that means that our paths go back to one another, then so be it. It happens that way. But if not, that's just, it just wasn't meant to be. But really, man, that's kind of what we wanted to tell y'all. And, I don't like that. But I feel like, where we're at in our relationship, it has to happen, right? In order for us to be able to figure out if these terms, I guess, or, lifestyle choices work for us respectively. So, anything you want to add to that? Like on your end?
Not really. I feel like what I'm saying isn't crazy. And I feel like, comment down below if you agree. Like, I feel like everyone that I know that has gotten married, who has had a wedding, it's always been like kids after the wedding. Like, I've never seen, and I can name like at least 5 off the top of my head right now, where it's been like wedding and then kids. So the
But
fact
what
that
I'm
you're
saying
making
is,
it sound crazy.
my point is, I'm not saying
like
that
I'm
that's wrong. The
crazy
thing for
is
me,
like-
it's not that that is wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that that's wrong. Like, to people that do that, that's beautiful. Like, it's cool that it worked out that way. But what I'm saying is, I just don't like the whole idea that, like, oh, a wedding's required before you can have children with me. Because that was never what you told me before. You just said you need to be married.
Yeah, to me, married and wedding,
But
I don't
they're
have
two
to say
separate
that they're
things.
two separate things. Why?
They are two separate
if
things.
They both
if we're
hand in
getting
hand.
married, a lot of people get married and then don't have like a big wedding until some time because they just want to be married, but it takes a little while to plan those
everyone
things.
that I know has gotten.
But not everyone is like that. Not
But
everyone
that
is like
I know.
No.
And the
No,
stuff that
that's
I
not
know.
true.
Well,
That's not
yes,
everyone
the
you
people
know.
that I know.
That's not
Yes.
everyone you know.
Everyone. Yes, it is.
But my point is, like,
I can literally
I don't care.
name
Like, I don't
over
care about
10
nobody
people.
else. I don't care about nobody else. Like, I don't care, right? My idea of having kids with someone didn't come with, oh, you have to have a wedding first before we have children. Not married. I get the whole being married. Boom, get
But I
married.
feel like marriage and a
But my
wedding
point
they go
is,
hand in hand. It's
look,
the same
I'm
thing,
not here
essentially.
to fight your opinion. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying, had I known certain things beforehand, I probably would have never even got invested into thinking that I was having a kid with you after we were married, because now it's after a wedding, which who knows how long
Marriage
that
and
can
a
take
wedding is
before
the
we can
same
have
thing. Because literally you
It
propose.
is not, right?
Yeah, because when you propose, you
Right.
propose.
But,
listen,
okay, my
listen,
point
you
is,
propose,
I'm off of it.
and then you wait 2 years to get married.
I'm
In
off
those
of it.
2 years, you're planning marriage
But I'm
and
off of
wedding.
it because-
like,
I'm
you're
off
not
of it
planning
because-
signing papers, getting
I'm off
married,
of it
and then
because
a
my
wedding.
perspective was it takes being married to have a kid, not a wedding. They're two separate things. Whether you believe that a wedding and marriage is two separate things or not,
I
the
don't
fact
think so. I
is
think
that they're
it's the same.
separate. Marriage is paperwork written down, husband, wife.
Which you could do.
Wedding is a
literally
ceremony. Wedding is
during
just
a
an
wedding.
event. It's just an event. So like they're two separate things. That's the only point that I'm making. And you know, I'm not gonna fight you on this. You know, I'm gonna just go my separate way and you go your separate way. And then
That's
we
fine.
figure out, you know what I mean, like at the end of the day, what works best. Because clearly, you know, this isn't a good dynamic for either of us. You know, we both looking for something out of the other person that we don't want, clearly. So, you know, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, it's just not worth going back and forth over, like, to where it's a super disagreement because you have your perspective on how you want something to pan out in your life, and then I have mine, and that's okay. But really, you guys, that's what we wanted to bring y'all here for. We wanted to tell y'all that we're taking some time apart, so I guess you could say we're breaking up. And then we also want to tell y'all, like, do you want to tell them or should I tell them?
I'm not telling them. You could tell them.
Could you just tell them?
No.
So,
Tell them.
this is a prank, yeah.
Gotcha, bitch.
This is a prank, man.
Gotcha, bitch.
This is a prank. We just fucking with y'all, man. Come on, we just messing with y'all. I know I got
We
you.
not breaking up, but I gotta do something a little extra sucking so that you can change your mind.
Oh, wow. But yeah, you guys, this is 100% a prank, man. We are not breaking up. We are together forever.
Even me wanting my wedding.
Yeah,
my kids.
you know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? Even though what we were talking about, those are our true opinions. Those are really how we feel about those things. So it kind of, as you saw, I got a little heated. Cause like we were still kind of upset about yesterday, so
I
we
hate
get
talking about
we get
it.
pretty
It gets me
passionate.
mad.
Yeah, we get pretty passionate about this conversation. But at the end of the day, like I wouldn't do anything that's gonna jeopardize us being together. And you know, if it takes a wedding to have children, so be it. You know, I'm not
Don't
hating
say
on
that now. We gonna go back to this.
I mean, I can't
video.
control that. I can't control you getting pregnant. You control, you know, when you want to get off of birth control. You control when you, like, it's your body. I can't control that stuff. So I'm not going to try to, but I'm not going to leave you because of that. So any guy out there, I mean, I'm not going to say you're wrong if your girl won't give you kids when you want them. Because, you know, like, you want kids, so go be with somebody that's going to give them to you. But this is not the case with us. We are not breaking up, you guys. This was 100% a prank. It was my idea. Because yesterday's video ended pretty wild, bro, and like that was all like a real reaction.
And
like,
it's crazy
it went
because low
left.
key afterwards, I told Jason yesterday at the end of the video, I had an attitude.
Yeah, we even
I
talked
low
more.
key had an attitude.
Once we turned
like,
the camera off, we kept talking. Like we kept
what you
going.
mean you're not giving me
Yeah.
a wedding? You think?
So-
listen, what?
It got a little ugly, but then when I went back to edit it, we were fine. We were chilling. We got through that or whatever. And then while I was editing, I'm like, this would be a good opportunity to prank them because we were both pretty mad at the end of that video. So I'm like, yo, they probably really think we beefing right now. Like this, after I edited and we're all calmed down, I'm like, you know what? Let's get there. And we got y'all at. So smash that like button right now if you love yourself. Subscribe if we got you. Subscribe if we got you. Because we got you. So just subscribe. But yeah, man, that's really all that I have. That was smooth. We ain't breaking up. We together and we love. Oh, that was so. That was good. But yeah, man, thank you once again for kicking it with your boy Jay.
And your girl Rocky.
We'll see y'all in the next lit video.